The views and opinions on this show are for entertainment purposes only. The only factual information is any story that has happened to AT2 or the parties involved. Other than that, go ahead and get you a drink, get you something to eat, just relax and enjoy the show. Let's have fun. All right, y'all, let's get real. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. What's up, everybody? How y'all? What's up, Krista Marie? What's up, Yolanda? What's up, Sunshinery? What's up, Raz? Who else? Oh, it's 1:30 where you are. What's up, Yvette Abby? Who else we got up in here? We got the Pope. We got Cups of Conversation. We got V. Okay, we got a lot of people. We have Apple. Hey, Apple, thank you for coming. Who else we got up in here? We got Ashley. Yes, I am feeling better. I got a headache right now, so I'm hoping this headache go away. What's up, Odie? I'm hoping that this headache go away. It's like killing me right now. I think I'm just stressed. Well, let's go. My ribs. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell was going on. What's up, Bamboo ASMR? I always say ARMS. I always say it wrong. What's up, Bambi? All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this headache right now, and I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys know what's going on. So yes, Siwa is doing a live, and I don't know if she's still live or not. I don't care at this point. There was something where I called someone, well, Siwa was told in somebody else's chat that I was saying that she's a racist. Like I told her somebody else was a racist and that something about the cards. It still never made sense to me what she was talking about. I still don't know. I was all like, yo, I'll tell you guys this. The two people that are now talking, and I'm talking about Mel KKK and Siwa, they don't even know each other. So why would I talk about one person to the other person and then try to say this person said this? And it didn't make any sense. And the woman that was telling Siwa this is very senile and, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And I don't understand, what's her sick obsession with me. But that's here nor there. Siwa decided to believe whatever she wanted to believe. I'm completely okay with that. You believe what you want to believe. I put the information out there that, she has not been so supportive. She's been going to everybody's chat, but really, at the same time, she's been telling people, oh, I don't want this man to be canceled. I don't want him to be homeless. And, I'm worried about him, but you were okay with Real Entertainment, losing his home, losing his channels. But, just make it make sense. We want want the same energy. If you are pretending to be an ally, then you should be an ally all the way. Just don't be partially. Your energy is very wrong. Like something is wrong with your energy. And so this person is, so Siwa wants to pick a battle with me because she has a new enemy every week, right? So she just wants to pick a battle, pick a battle, pick a battle. And I don't understand like why she wants to pick a battle. Like I said what I said. And the reason why I was upset, I don't care that she was in Danny's chat. I don't care that you were over there. It's performative. Exactly. She doesn't understand. But she don't understand that she is doing performative allyship and activism. And that is more disrespectful than you just being a flat out racist. You know what I mean? But going back to what I was saying, the whole issue is that you're just going around to chats and stuff like that, and just going around to different chats, just trying to be seen and everything like that. And so like, hey, you don't know these people. Now, if she found those other people just by chance, that would be one thing. But them people in the chat were literally talking shit about me. Why are you over there in that chat? And then it's not even that you're in that chat and they're talking shit about me. They're in that chat and and you don't even know them you're taking their word. You know, she took male KKK. She took her word for what she said was true, and it absolutely was not true. It made no sense. Like, why are you taking this woman's word that she's telling the truth? Oh, make sure y'all hit the like button too. What's up, Michelle? Why are you taking this woman's word that I said that I told you she was a y'all don't even know each other. Why would I be telling you that? And, you know, I have screenshots of conversation with Siwa, and our conversations have been like far in between. Like our conversations aren't like daily and stuff like that. Like for the last month, we probably talked like 10 times or something like that. We don't talk daily. And so Siwa's talking about like, you know, this conversation that we had over the petition. And she told me the reason why she didn't want to share the petition and stuff like that. We've never had that conversation. I knew that you wasn't sharing the petition or had not signed the petition because 2 weeks ago you had said it on your channel. So what I did, I didn't make it public because I was like, I don't want to, because you got to pick and choose your battles when you're on these YouTube streets, right? What I did was tell my moderators, and my moderators can vouch for me. I told my moderators, I was like, hey, I ain't rocking with Siwa because she's talking about, oh, I don't want him canceled. I don't want him homeless. And like, this guy is super ignorant. Like, what are you doing? That fake allyship, and get out of here with that. So I was done with her already. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep it professional because whatever issue that I have with her, I don't want that to distract from the message. Thank you, Cups. I don't want that to distract from the message. So I just kind of kept it to myself. And I was like, hey, y'all do what you want to do, but just be careful. You know, I gave the warning and everything like that. So I just think that, you know, I hope the money is great because she has admitted that she only makes money when there's some kind of drama and stuff like that. She has admitted that, which it's fair because we all make money when there's drama, you know, when your name is in the algorithm. I totally get that. However, I don't see any other content. Like, you know, I might mix in like a few drama videos and stuff like that, but at least you see like different content and stuff from me. You just don't see drama. With her, all you see is drama. I've never seen her do any kind of celebrity gossip, talk about her. Well, no, she does talk about her life, but that's depressing. I've never seen her give any kind of advice to anyone. What's up, curly girl? Thank you for coming. I ain't seen you in a minute, but you still a member, so I love you. Thank you for the super sticker. I've never seen her do I've never seen her be entertaining. I've never seen anything entertaining from her. The only thing I've seen is like, that's not drama. She opened up a spirit box and I got my black ass up out of there because I didn't know what spirits was going to come over me and like take over my body and shit. You know, I thought some spirits was about to take over my body and shit. So I quickly left. I wouldn't watch those, but that just wasn't my thing. So, maybe she should go back to doing the spirit boxes and shit like that. I don't know, but just stop with all the I'm fighting with this person, I'm fighting with that person. I'm not your enemy. You don't have to worry about me. And I never said that I was partnering up with people to interview her, the person that attacked her. I never said I was partnering up with them people to interview him in jail. Why would I want to interview a criminal? That makes no sense. And I don't want to talk. Listen. The people over there in the tractor trash, trailer trash community, I don't want anything to do with those people. They're fun to like laugh and giggle at, but you don't actually want to be friends with these people. They're trashy. They're trashy. All those people over there, they dox each other, call people murderer. They do all that crazy stuff. Call CPS, IRS, FedEx. They call all those people on you. I don't want nothing a part of that community. They're fun to laugh at. They're fun to make fun of. But other than that, I don't want anything to do. So that's a lie that I'm partnering up with anybody. I was giving an example, an analogy. That's what I was doing. But obviously it got taken to something else to turn the story around and make it something that it's not, Oh, and no offense to anybody that lives in a trailer or anything like that. I actually think mobile homes are very fine. No offense to anybody, but that community over there is trash. It's trash. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's trash. It's like, and let me tell you, it's like a step below the B sector. At least the B sector, they be on their shit. This sector over there, they're all trash. And then they fight with each other and then they become friends again. It's confusing. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want no parts. But let's go ahead and get into Wendy. So I'm gonna go off camera for a minute, so I can read some stuff to y'all, because I don't like sharing the screen, and it's not because the new trashy sector. Yes, the trash sector. That's what we're gonna call them, the trash sector. And it's not because I'm worried that y'all gonna see something on my computer. I just make those jokes or whatever. The thing is, whenever somebody shares their screen, when it shows up on YouTube, it's like hella small. And I'm all like, I can't even see the shit y'all even posting. Like, it's like this tiny and I can't even see it. So I'm all like, I don't even know like why people share their screen. I don't like that. So I did chop up the original lawsuit. So we're going to look at that. So as you guys know, Choke No Joke went live. I talked about this, with the whole lawsuit. Now, I didn't go word for word and read things, but I kind of put it in order. And I just wanted to point out a few things to you guys. Okay, so this is part of the lawsuit. So we're going to go over lines 6, 7, and 8. So it says, on or about April 11, 2018, the petitioner and respondent entered into an asset advisor agreement and a client agreement, collectively the agreements. Okay. So what's interesting about that date, the April 11, 2018, April 11, 2019, she filed for divorce. So this automatically gets your mind working like, oh, this woman was already planning to get divorced. This woman was already planning on getting a divorce a year before she filed for divorce. So that was very interesting. Oh, and also make sure you guys check out a Hearts of Inspiration video. She's a very educated, classy woman, and she gives the perspective from the spiritual side as well. So make sure you guys check out her video too. She went ahead and broke this down and she did a great job. I'm just going to give you the best interpretation I can. I went to San Joaquin Delta College. So, I didn't get them high degrees. Anyway, well, I didn't get no degree. Anyway, and then line 7, it says, upon information and belief, the purpose of the agreement is for Wells Fargo to provide brokerage, cash services, and to execute securities trades with the petitioner's accounts. So that's very important right there. Because I was all like, what's a financial advisor? I was like, what's a financial advisor? I didn't get it. What's up, Gina? I'm broke. When you got negative 53 cents in your account, you don't need no financial advisor. You get bill collectors calling you all like, hey, you going to put some money in your account. So when you got negative 53 cents, you ain't got a financial advisor. So the financial advisor, oh, let me go ahead. Upon information and belief, respondent is in possession, and respondent is Wells Fargo, by the way. Respondent is in possession of several $1 million worth of funds, which belongs to petitioner, and petitioner is Wendy Williams or Wendy Hunter in this case, and are currently managed by Wells Fargo and or held in Wells Fargo possession. Okay, so back to the financial advisor, y'all, with my broke ass. So with my broke ass, and for all the rest of the broke people watching you, but make sure you donate some money to the Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all that good stuff. Oh, you're a financial advisor. Yo, we coming after you, Raz, because you don't took Wendy Williams' money and you ain't letting her money. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's not Wendy Williams' financial advisor or whatever. That's not her. I'm just kidding. You know I love Raz. She's a member. But the financial advisor, basically, you'd be all like, hey, usually it happens when you're in a new relationship, you know, just got married or divorced. When you have just came into some kind of wealth, like, you know, your family passed down an inheritance, stuff like that, right? So, and she said 30 years too. Yes, congratulations, Raz. 30 years. Wow, that's amazing. I need you to help me with my finances. Uh, but anyway, and so, you know, those kind of things. So they basically have possession of they do have possession of your money. They kind of watch the transactions going on. They see what's going out there. They're investing your money. They're taking your money and, you know, making sure things are paid and just kind of handling your daily business. But they also are supposed to help your money grow and stuff like that. So, you know, you'll be all good. Oh, can you guys still see me? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you can still see me. It went blank on my screen for some reason. Okay. I think we're good. Hopefully. Let me play a commercial just in case. Let me play a commercial. Hold on.
What's up, aunties, boogie woogies, and sugar woogers? How y'all doing today, auntie boogie woogies and sugar doogie, crack crack? You know that AT2, the AT2. He said my name again. You know, Judge Velvet is gonna get that AT2. AT2. We see you, AT. I got you, AT2. My auntie babies are sugar woogie cookie doc whack. We gonna get you. We gonna get you, AT2. We gonna get you. Judge Velvet, we ain't with the fuck shit. Hallelujah.
Okay, that was my internet that was messing up. Got you. So anyway, going back to what I was stating. And so it's literally an advisor, like they are advising you on where your money, it's like having an accountant, basically, right? So they don't necessarily, it's not a conservatorship, and this is where it gets a little tricky because it's not a conservatorship. Like they're not supposed to basically be holding your money for ransom, you know what I mean? But we'll get further into that though. But it's not technically a conservatorship, so it's kind of weird the way they had everything set up and stuff like that, right? Okay, so line 9, it says for more than 2 weeks, respondent has denied petitioner any access. So Wells Fargo was denying her access. She couldn't look at any of the financial accounts, asset statements, nothing. Everything that she was requested was denied. And you see Lori Shriller. Lori Shriller is the financial advisor. And and she said that she was unsound mind. So there's a clause in here. Did I put it in here? Damn it, I didn't put it in here. Okay, so line 10. Despite the petitioner's termination of Shriller as her financial advisor due to Shriller's what the hell is that word? Maleficence. I know what the word is now. I can't say it now that I done overthought it. In relation to petitioner's account. Oh, you know the haters about to get my ass on that one. Schriller's improper conduct in relation to her professional relationship. Respondent continues to rely on Schriller's advisement as support as its decision to deny petitioner access to her financial assets and statements. So yeah, so basically she has to kind of lean on this woman. Um, she has to lean on this woman for access to her money. And so basically, what ends up happening is that they had some kind of falling out, some kind of tussle, and then and then Wendy decided to, hey, I don't want her no more. I don't want her as my financial advisor. And so then the woman was all like, oh, you don't want me as your financial advisor? Froze the shit. She just froze it. She was all like, oh, I think you a little cuckoo crazy. Have you been feeling okay? Is your head okay? And then she was all like, boop, you crazy. You crazy. I'm gonna freeze your accounts. So this is where it comes into play with the whole, oh, Wendy has dementia and stuff like that. Because it's kind of like, okay, because if they're gonna try to run this thing like Wendy has dementia and all this stuff, did she have it in 2018? Like, is that the reason why she decided to come to you guys? Because I don't see Kevin on here anywhere, so Kevin didn't set this up. Wendy actually went to, Wells Fargo and stuff like that. So it had you thinking like, okay, well, she was okay when she signed up for it. And I guess the whole let me see if I find it. They filed for the New York version of a conservatorship without Wendy's knowledge. Yes, thank you. I was gonna get to that too. Yeah, basically that's what they did. They did it without her acknowledgement. So in Heart of Inspiration, this has me thinking as well too. So with that being said, did they kind of go like, oh well, I think Wendy, because of the stuff going on in the media, I think we can use this to our advantage without them even confirming, because where's the doctor records that show like, oh, okay, well, she a little off, so she needs, somebody to be in control of her money and stuff like that, like where are the and maybe that's HIPAA, but where are the documentation that show like, hey, Wendy has a problem and she needs somebody over her money? Yeah, she was mad, but that's not normal for a financial advisor to do that. Right, right. Like so, Raz, if somebody didn't want to work with you anymore, you can't just terminate their account, right? As like retaliation, because that's what it's turning into. This really seems like Lori Shriller was on some hater shit, allegedly, and was all like, I'm gonna freeze your account. Yeah, I already read this one. As additional support for its decision to keep the petitioner's accounts frozen, respondent references its authority under the agreements to pause or reject instructions for a proposed transaction pending judicial or administrative remedies should they suspect financial exploitation, dementia, or undue influence. So I'm going to read that again. Should they suspect financial exploitation, dementia, or undue influence? So basically, if somebody is coaching her or like blackmail, or it seemed like something, weird is going on, like she's being coached to say something or to ask for certain funds or to spend her money or something like that, then they can freeze it. So what I was trying to find is if this is like in every whatchamacallit, every like financial advisor agreement, and probably Raz can answer that if that's like just standard in every financial advisor agreement and stuff like that, like the whole dementia, or was there an issue and that's why that clause was put in? We don't know. However, the bank said that they filed for this under the Article 81, which states that if they think you're being exploited, they can add. Right, definitely. And that's what we want to know. And Hearts of Inspiration, thank you for bringing that up. Like, so they felt in their spirit. No, not standard. Thank you, Raz. Not standard. Okay, we definitely put hashtag free Wendy in here because we need to free up Wendy's money, and let's see if she'll give us $1. Hashtag free Wendy. In all seriousness, but yeah, it just didn't make any sense, and it's all like, okay, something is really fishy going on here. how do you have this much authority over this woman's account? However, the provision is incapable. Oh, I'm about to go cockeyed for a minute. Inapplicable in this instance for several reasons, including the fact that petitioner has not proposed a transaction for which respondent allegedly has the discretion to pause or reject. Yes. So, as in the lawsuit, and I don't put it here, she just wanted to check things out. I mean, how many times do we check our accounts? I check my account on the 21st of every month. I check my account to make sure that direct deposit from Google goes through. That's what I do. If you want to know what I'm doing on the 21st in the morning, I'm waiting for that direct deposit to hit. Like, where that shit at? Where that shit at? That's what I'm waiting for. So people check their account all the time. To me, that's not fishy. To me, it just seems like the Lori lady was mad that Wendy was trying to check her account and she didn't like what she was doing. And Wendy has every right to, now I didn't see the actual contract, but she has every right to terminate the relationship if she feels like it's wrong. Okay, I did skip. Okay. And then I went to 32. Okay. So it says the equities balance in favor of granting the petitioner the requested relief. Allowing the petitioner to access her financial assets will allow petitioner to properly manage all ongoing personal and business financial obligations. Absent an injunction, petitioner's financial well-being is subject to imminent and irreparable harm by respondents' actions. So you got to remember, this is all the money related to like Kevin Hunter, that she pays for that, pays her staffing for her show, for her utilities, like her bills and stuff like that. I hope Wendy has multiple accounts, but they have control of millions of dollars. So this lets me know. I believe it's up to 15 accounts that they have control of. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but I believe they have up to 15. Heart's Inspiration is right. If they believe that there's exploitation or fraud, then they can based on the activity or unusual activity. Yeah, and their response, I didn't see like what they broke down exactly because they said we can't get too far into it without her privacy or something like that. So they didn't break it down. Bank cannot assume guardianship of anyone's money. Right. But misbehavior, they're saying something about New York though. They have that rule, the Article 81. Would that make sense if she's agreeing to live there that entire year while working? Maybe it was to protect it while she was dealing with that. Right, right, right. I do believe that there was something going on where she was trying to protect herself because she knew that relationship was going nowhere. Shit, the baby was coming. So that woman done had a baby with your husband. She was probably trying to protect her money from giving it to that baby. I know I shouldn't be talking about that, but shit, it's the truth. Damn it, shit, it's in the news. Everybody talked about it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. Oh, let me put down your comment real quick. Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and drop the link. I'm almost done with this part, Harshly Inspiration. And I know Krista Marie wanted to come up too as well. Okay, and then this part right here. Respondent, however, would suffer no legal cognizant not cognizant again, cognizable the C word, harm is being prevented from interfering with petitioner's ability to access her finances. In fact, the respondent's only real opposition to petitioner having access to her funds is the petitioner will cease business with them. Yeah. So basically, right here, Wells Fargo is threatened that they are going to lose her business, and they are like, this lady has millions. Because you got to remember, the financial advisors, they either have a salary or they have whatchamacallit, or they make money, or both. They make like a salary, like a set pay, or they make money off of the transactions that they make. Because remember, they're investing your money, trying to make sure your money grows, and so each transaction they do for you, they make money off of that. So that's how they do things, which is It's all about money at the end of the day. So Wells Fargo didn't lose her. So finally today, um, Randy, shame on you because we talking about Wendy Williams. I don't know why you saying shame on you. We are talking about Wendy. You should have got here in the beginning when we was talking about the other stuff. So shame on you. Shame on you, damn it. We ain't talking about that no more. You should have came earlier. Here we go. Oh, it's funny. I was just trying to pull it up. Here we go. What's up, Heart of Inspiration? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Listen, y'all ain't gonna see me on my face. I'm in the bed. I'm not gonna mess with y'all.
I don't blame you. Hey, it's late at night. I don't turn on my camera late at night unless I'm going live.
Right, right. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning here. So listen.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, it's late. You know I
I know.
must
I
love
forgot
you.
it's late where y'all.
I love you. That's the only reason I'm up.
Oh,
Um, Unpopular was saying that they were having trouble understanding. Are you gonna bring up the? You want to bring up the letter that they wrote, or which? What are you gonna bring up next?
I was trying to bring up the letter they wrote, but I couldn't upload it on the thing.
Oh shoot. Okay. Okay. Well, let's just break this down a little bit further. Basically, what I think has happened is there. Wendy is saying that Lori Schiller and her had it out, okay,
Right.
and that she had done what that word you were trying to say was malfeasance, which means misconduct. Okay, so evidently she was doing some stuff with Wendy's money. Wendy says she didn't like, and
Mm-hmm.
she and her must have had it out. And then she said, I don't want to work with you no more. This is the hood version. I don't want to work with you no more. And she told Wells Fargo, I do not want her as my advisor any longer.
Right. Like, give me
So
somebody else.
just give me somebody else. They never assigned anybody new to her account. Instead, Lori said, well, she must have lost her mind because we've been working together for 15 years.
Right.
Okay, so she's had accounts there for 15 years. So then in the letter that the attorneys wrote though and submitted to the court in response to the filings for the injunction to unfreeze her accounts, these attorneys are saying, listen, it's judge, this isn't what it seems. By the way, we filed for a guardianship in another section of the court system
Mm-hmm.
because Miss Lori said that she feels that Wendy is under undue pressure, basically, right? That somebody on her in her camp is putting pressure on her to spend some kind of money, and as a result of conversations that she or comments that Wendy made to her, reportedly, allegedly, they don't
Right.
specify, they don't go into, they did not do a complete affidavit, which I would have liked to have seen, so that you have to swear under oath and under the penalty of perjury that this is the truth. So we've seen no affidavits from Lori Schiller. And they also mention that not only because of these conversations that she had with Wendy, but because of conversations Miss Lori Schiller had with other interested third parties. Now,
Oh,
who is you talking to about my money and how I spend it?
right. Isn't there some kind of code of conduct or something like that?
I'm sure Raz can attest to this. There are definitely fiduciary responsibilities that you just can't just go around chit chatting with other people. So
Right.
that's why I began to come to the conclusion that there are people in her camp that are these interested third parties. because
Right.
that's the only people I can see.
I do believe that. I think that there's outside entities other than Lori Shriller, those third parties. Because I did look up about financial advisors. They're not like you are supposed to be fired or let go if you are messing with third parties because that's messing with the money. You know, it's your own
Mm-hmm.
personal interest in somebody else's money, and so you are supposed to be let go or fired for that. You know.
Mm-hmm. But instead of firing her, what they did is said, "Oh, thank you, Miss Lori. So to keep Wendy from moving her money, um, they said, oh, we'll just freeze it." Now, they're citing the Wells Fargo is citing that they have the right to do this as well under, I believe it's FINRA. There's a financial something something.
Yeah, FINRA. It's the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority.
Okay, there you go. So they're saying under FINRA regulations, if they suspect that there's like financial impropriety going on, or somebody's forcing her to pay something or spend money, and she is undue influence, that they have the right then to freeze the assets. I mean, that situation to me is really like, okay, you're getting an email from somebody saying if you don't send me $1 million, my dad's gonna die. You know them scam
Right.
emails, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna name no country, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So, um, that kind of scam.
We already know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna leave it alone. But that's the kind of scamming. Or let's say she was being blackmailed somehow. Uh, that then they could do it then because to protect her from that. This
Right.
makes no sense to me. Like, how do you secretly file for guardianship? Because the response that nobody that I haven't been able to get access to, only heard it read, that Wendy and them attorney, they were like, we don't even know about this. So neither Wendy nor the power of attorney that Wells Fargo forced her to get, because she went back and forth with them 12 times. Let me get access to my money. Let me get access to my money. They made her get a power of attorney, and that still wasn't good enough. And as soon as she got the power of attorney, that's when they froze the account. So
Right.
you went on and filed this, and you didn't even tell. Wendy had no knowledge that this was filed. She has never been served with those papers.
And you
Never.
know what the crazy part is? What makes them think that? Oh, let me turn back on my camera. I was looking at the thing at the same time.
Uh-huh.
But what makes them think that they should be like have guardianship over her funds and stuff like that? Like, what makes them think that they?
Listen, this is why we pulled cards earlier. This is why I looked at her natal chart earlier. I'm
Mhm.
telling you, my spidey senses are tingling. I'm telling you, we're going to find out, mark my words, that it's somebody in her management team, her production team, somebody to do with this show. I'm thinking, because she's like executive, she's one of the producers, right? There's like a whole team of
Yeah, it's a
producers.
whole team of producers. She's not the only one.
Exactly. So we got to put two and two together. Okay. Listen, here it is. It's been almost a year, hasn't it been, since the woman been on her own show? We don't know how well her health is or is not, whether or not she's
Right.
going to be able to come back off the Graves' disease. She's still running around here talking about, I don't want nobody taking over, and I don't want this, and I don't want that. And you got reports from the camp saying that she can't feed herself, she can't just get dressed. Then you see, well,
Mhm.
yeah, she. So to protect their interests, I could see
Oh,
them pulling the fast one as part of whatever this corporation is. Th- th-
Right.
There's other people behind this. This is not just Wells Fargo. I can't see Wells Fargo just pulling this trash move on their own.
No, I don't see them doing it on their own. Like Wells Fargo is very questionable, but there's something there to where they have some kind of influence from somebody and some interest in holding on to her money, you know?
Yep. I mean, the math ain't mathing. Something's not
Right.
right here. Now, I don't know if they felt like, could be, you have to look at like the Britney Spears situation and stuff like that, where
Hmm.
somebody felt like they could take her over, right? Because now you don't have Kelvin, whatever the man's name is. He's
Right.
been moved he's out of the picture. It's only her son that's what, 20, 21 years old. This young man is not, bless his heart, but he's
He's not
21.
ready.
No, not at all. And plus, he hasn't had enough life experience to be able to fight off the vultures. The family, you know, unless you're running in these circles, you're not going to necessarily know. And that's not, there's no shade to that. It's no shade. It's just the way it is. So I feel
Oh,
like if
he's
somebody,
23. Okay.
he's
But
23.
still
Okay.
young.
He's still young. He's still a baby. I mean, that's younger than my youngest child. So that's a baby to me. But so I believe that there's people with interests outside of this that want to either do one or two things. Want to try to either force, they want to try to force her in or out,
Right.
right? And the way they did Brittany, they made her their work mule. That she was their cash cow. Those people made millions upon millions of dollars
Right.
off the
And they
backs
made
of
her
her.
work too. Like, oh,
Absolutely.
controlled everything.
Absolutely. So while they might not, this guardianship would be kind of like having a conservator of the estate. This is the New York
Right.
version of that. So they can't get conservatorship of the person unless I mean, that's a whole separate story, but they figured
Right.
let's freeze her money, right? This is all conjecture and opinion and what have you. So this is not any, this is just opinion and conjecture
Right.
for the
Right.
YouTube streets. So I this is just what I'm was dropping in my spirit. We're going to find out that these interested third parties that are not being named and that this legal team wants to keep quiet. They're like, we'll be happy to give you the guardianship filing as long as you, judge, say it's going to be under seal. So they basically like, we ain't giving it even to Wendy's people unless this is going to be under seal. I want to know
Right.
who the hell you think you are. Like, honestly, like, I, you know what? I mean, I'm riding at this point. We mounting up.
Right. Because how are they able to move like so sneakily around everything and like just the way they think like we don't have to do shit or tell her anything and we can just do this, you know?
That's why it's a business partner. Let me tell you guys something. When you have a business, especially a business that size, but when you have a business and you have multiple people in this business as on the board or whatever, there are different laws, bylaws, operating, standards, what have you, that basically fix it so that if one person goes down, I forget the actual legal insurance term for it. But when one person goes down, they have they have it so that the business itself can continue. So let's
Right.
just say one person has a stroke and becomes incapacitated. Then the business structure then says, hey, this person is incapacitated, but the business has to continue to operate. And so those other members of the board, if you will, or controlling members of the company can then go to financial institutions like this and then say, hey, wait a minute, we have a problem. We need to swoop in and take over. Where she
Right.
got messed up is all of her accounts were tied up with Wells
To
Fargo's
one,
financial
yeah.
advisor. Her personal and everything. It'd have been different if it was just the investment accounts, but her personal and everything. So basically, they just were able to take everything. They're able to try to take everything over.
Oh, Apple, I didn't know that. That's exclusive right there. I just talked to them earlier too.
What'd she say?
Okay, so it's Apple said AT2. I know Sherelle is dropping an interview with a family member tomorrow. I think Wendy for the win. Okay, that's good to know. I'm very curious on that dynamic because like you said, she doesn't really have anyone where she is in New York, so a lot of that stuff is probably handled by some kind of business partner or something like that, you know.
Well, I mean, again, I'm not saying nothing against the family. I'm saying this is just my speculation and understanding how corporations are set up. And if you're
Right,
asking how could an interested third party, because that's what specifically in that letter, it says that Lori had further conversations with third parties, right?
right.
So if the family didn't talk to Lori, okay, who talked to Lori? Who would have an interest? You know it ain't Kelvin, because he didn't want his money cut off. That's a lot
Right.
of money right there. The man ain't doing nothing else but collecting alimony.
And
So
then I think about the people on the show because it also tied up like the payroll and employee. Like they wouldn't want to mess up their money either, right?
exactly. So the only people to me that would benefit from this is anybody that would have a vested interest in trying to force her, like I said, in or out, or force her to do something else, right?
Right.
Like a podcast or something or another, right?
Hmm.
So we don't know what else is going on behind the scenes. And no offense, yeah, unless, well, I'm gonna shut up. But my point, I do feel very strongly because now that we've seen, Brittany win her case, and we're seeing other people that are either rich and or are celebrities.
Right.
Um, it's now basically anytime anybody tries to pull anything with them now, the public knows about it immediately because we know what to look for.
Right.
So
No.
I think that we'll be very successful in applying public pressure so that they can't just do this right in the dark of the night. But they came super close because they filed this thing without her knowledge. That's
Hmm.
from her lawyer. That's what her lawyer said. Without her, whatever her name is, and my client's
Celeste.
knowledge, Celeste, yes, without Celeste nor my client's knowledge, these things were filed. They don't even have the file. I mean, they might now. I don't
Right.
know because I didn't see if the judge said, okay, well, yes, submit it under seal. They have until the 15th to respond. Wells Fargo. So
Right.
this is just it's lunacy to me.
And then I'm thinking like still at this time because they did say something in there in the letter from the attorneys for Wells Fargo that they're willing to work with the petitioner to free up the money and keep business going as normal. They're willing to work out an agreement. I'm paraphrasing what it says. So
Yeah,
they are willing, but as of right now, it's still frozen, right? Because
it
they
is.
haven't worked out a deal.
Yes, it's absolutely frozen, and I don't believe a word those lawyers are saying because Wendy, in her own affidavit, Wendy and her lawyer both stated that they tried 12 times. They contacted the bank on 12 different occasions. Okay.
Mhm.
So if you were really interested in freeing up this woman's money, you'd have done it in time number 1 through 12. She was trying not to go to court.
Right, right, right. I definitely think that.
Yeah. So I don't believe them. No further than I can throw them. Of course,
Right,
Lori is disgruntled, but there's something beyond that. Like, there's no, they use the disgruntled Lori in order to facilitate this action.
right. Lori,
And,
call into the show. We got some questions.
right? I want to know, girl. Don't
Right.
make me
Where's
come out
Lori
there.
at?
Don't make me take a plane and fly find you. Be like, oh, what you doing?
Right. Because definitely the math ain't mathing. Nothing is making sense. And who are those third parties that you are talking to or who is influencing you?
That Lori is talking. This is see. Let me tell you. This is what we got to get beyond. We got to get beyond the, you know, I don't know, uber positive thinking. And I'm not trying to say it's not going to be positive because I believe it's going to be a positive outcome. We drew the
Right.
cards. The cards never lie, right? So
I've never lied.
that's right. So she's going to win. It's going to be a battle, but she's going to win. This is my thing. We don't know who Lori has been talking to across these 15 years, across these last 2 years. We
Mhm.
don't know who Lori been talking to. Whoever she been talking to, evidently they concocted this scheme. Let's not sleep. Please don't be asleep to this. Them third parties that was not named, who is these third parties that Lori was talking to? And is this the malfeasance that Wendy is alleging? Was Lori talking to other people and
Mm.
they wanted her to do things with Wendy's money that Wendy was like, I don't want that done with my money. And then Lori was like, well, I don't care, blah, 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 blah. We don't know.
Right. Now, this might be a question for Raz, but I wonder, okay, in the media, we've been hearing that Wendy can't do anything, she's very ill and all this stuff. Can they take the stuff that they heard from the media and use that against Wendy, or they have to know for a fact that this lady is incapacitated and can't do anything?
They could do
Because
it.
my thing is like, can you just say like, oh, well, because I heard this in the media, I think it's true. Because I think that's what's also going, because I just feel like they would have proof like, no, we've been told that this is what it is. And this is why we think that, we got to have control over her money and stuff like that. To me, it seems that they just taken the stuff from the media and went like, okay, here you go. Like,
So
this
this
is
is the
what we
thing.
think.
This is what they said. Now you know that you read the three reasons that they could stop. They could freeze her account. I don't know if you can
Right. The
find that
three
quickly.
reasons.
Financial something,
Mm,
dementia, and undue pressure or whatever. Right?
see. Yes. Suspect
Financial.
financial exploitation, dementia, and undue influence. Yes.
Okay, correct. In the letter from Bressler, they never mentioned dementia. All they said, because that's a medical diagnosis that they would then have to have access to her medical records to prove that. Okay. So, which is another reason why they're not necessarily going after conservative guardianship of the person. But at any rate,
Right. They mentioned exploitation, but not undue influence and exploitation, but they did not mention
they dropped
dementia.
dementia because they cannot prove that. Now, and they also said in the letter that there were some questionable transactions, according to Lori,
Mm.
and that in conversation with Wendy, that she got the impression that Wendy felt that it was questionable too, but she was just going to go along with it. Basically, is the inference. I would want to see an affidavit from Miss Lori under the penalty of perjury. What were these conversations? Were they recorded? Let's get the transcripts. How you just going to decide? You know, it could have been a situation. Maybe little Kevin wanted something, and she's like, "Hey, I need you to move some money over here." And she might have made a typical mama comment like, "I can't believe this boy's asking me for this," and
Right.
she decided to just run with that.
Right.
Okay.
And when were they going to tell Wendy that they filed for this guardianship part, this whole mental hygiene law, the Article 81? When were they going to tell Wendy that?
Child, probably when they had got her locked up in it. I mean, that's what it looked like to me. I don't know what it looked like to nobody else.
Right.
And I hate to I don't hate to. I want y'all to understand some of us haven't followed the Britney case, right? Because it's not one of our own. But I want y'all to understand what
Mhm.
happened with Britney. 13 years ago, they made that girl out to look like, she was absolute cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, regardless of what was going on in her life. They
Right.
made her look like she was absolute cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They 5150'd her, put her in a mental institution temporarily. They filed for temporary conservatorship without her knowledge, got a temporary conservatorship in place. And then when she was like, hey, yo, what's going on? and she wanted her own attorney. Then she goes before the judge, and the judge denies her and says, "Hey, you too crazy. You can't have your own attorney.
Right. They
I'm gonna
appointed her
appoint
one.
I'm gonna appoint this fool over here that, we're all in cahoots with each other anyway. All of us make a good coin off of each other. So here you go. You crazy. We ain't finna listen to you. And oh yeah,
Right.
my daddy and them said you got dementia. Aye, cool. They'll bring me a doctor's note later. They would have got a temporary guardianship had all this not been filed. They would have got a temporary guardianship before Wendy ever would have known a thing, and then she'd have been fighting from a defensive position.
Right. Exactly.
So this is some effery. I
Yeah,
mean,
it really is. Do you think at this point, and I kind of want to bring it back to the whole, and I didn't talk about this, but the whole Sherry Shepherd, being the permanent guest host, and then Wendy doesn't come back in September, taking the whole show over. Honestly, at this point, I think they should just cancel the whole show. What is your thoughts?
yeah, I think they need to get. Listen, if Wendy does not want to come back and cannot come back, then yes, give
Right.
her a good send off. I'm not trying to take no money out of nobody's pocket, but maybe it's time for Wendy to do a podcast she could do from the house or something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm not going to tell Wendy what she should or shouldn't do. Everybody has their own choice. But
Yeah,
if that
because at this point, and I'm not even saying, speculating on her health or anything like that. I think the people that are currently, taking over the show, I don't think they have her best interests at heart. Obviously, there's something going on, and we can't say it's the people at the show. We don't know who it is, but whatever business dealing that Wendy has currently with people right now, she has to get rid of them. And I think starting over with a clean slate will probably be best for her.
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, the Wendy Williams show is a business, right? And everything that surrounds it, it is a business. This is why they've kept it named the Wendy Williams show, and they've kept putting guest hosts in that chair.
Right.
So there's a group of people that is going to continue to have their financial interests at heart, at first and foremost. It is
Mhm.
business regardless, so that part I understand. What I don't like is any perceived underhanded dealings that I'm telling you, I just feel it in my spirit. It came out in the cards, I'm telling you. And I'm not, I see things with or without cards.
Right.
But
Right.
this is just common sense. There are some people in that camp that, and I'm not saying it's family at all, but there's some people with a business interest here that have put batteries in Wells Fargo's back, and they were about to really take all this over. Thank God she went ahead and filed when she did, and filed what she did when she did, before they were able to get this temporary guardianship in place.
Yeah, she would have been messed up. And just to think, like, she wouldn't have even known,
Nope.
like, that's the crazy part. She wouldn't even have known.
Nope. No. So when y'all come into money, y'all be sure you keep. First of all, don't put all your money in one bank ever.
Right. Ever do that. I'm broke and I know that.
Never, ever, ever. Um, Second of all, you really gotta be in prayer, and you really gotta follow that intuition as to who to have around you working with you, because you just never know. You know what I'm saying? You really gotta really be
Right.
uptight with that.
Right.
So
Lisa, I know you're ready for bed, but before you go, I
yes,
just want to know song with the cards, because the cards never lie. And I got a card right here ready for you. Hold on. Hold on.
okay.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Because I think the next card is going to tell us everything we need to know. It's going to tell us everything we need to know about what's going on with Wendy. Free Wendy. Put that hashtag in the chat, y'all. Free Wendy. Damn it.
Free, yeah, absolutely. Unfreeze Wendy. Unfreeze Wendy.
Ooh, the
Jesus.
King of Swords.
Yeah, she got to cut them out. The truth's coming out, and she got to cut them out. Cut them out.
I definitely agree with you. She needs to cut them out. Cut them out. Ooh, the Knight of Wands. Oh, I've never seen this one. This is special.
You know what? Those two cards, those exact two cards came out of my reading. The Knight of
Oh,
Wands
it
is
did, huh?
it sure did. Fast moving passion. So this is going to come to a relatively quick understanding. Um, this is going to be a very passionate fight. She's gonna know pretty quickly who it is that's doing her dirty and from behind the scenes.
Listen, this is all we need to know. The call, it's telling you right here. There we go.
Yep,
It told you, and it's so crazy that you have the same one. So the cards never lie; they don't
and never,
lie.
ever, ever, never.
Lisa, go ahead and shout out your channel where the people can find you at, and make sure they check out your video too. Mods, if you're still up, can you drop her link? I'll drop it at the end of the video later. But can you drop her link if you guys have it? But go ahead, shout out your channel.
Oh, thanks, honey. It's Heart of Inspiration, just like you see it on YouTube and at INSP on Instagram. But there's a live that's about an hour and a half, but we break this down, and I also go over Wendy's natal chart and the transits overlaying it, so astrology, and then the tarot reading, and I broke the tarot reading out too, so you guys can watch that tonight or
Yes,
tomorrow.
and she broke down everything perfectly.
Thank you, honey.
Of course, and thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem. I'm gonna drop down. Good night, everybody.
All right, go get you some sleep.
I will. Bye.
All right, perfect. I found the link, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy it real quick. Oh, and I shared the video in my community tab too. I shared the first one, not the second one. The first one I did. Let me go ahead and drop this for you guys. Make sure you guys check her out. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Heart of Inspiration, for coming. I appreciate that. And it's just heart, not hearts, heart. Yeah, y'all. I really think at this point there's powers and entities working against her, working against Wendy. Let me be more specific. Working against Wendy. She basically, from what we all gathered, and I'm glad Lisa came up here and broke it down as well too. She had no idea about this, and she was just simply asking about her money 12 times, and they went ahead and froze her shit and didn't let her get her money. And basically now they're controlling the narrative like, oh, well, we filed for guardianship and to try. And first of all, we didn't even know a bank could do that. Maybe because we broke, we didn't know a bank could do that. But I didn't know a bank could like be all like, well, I think no, we all know banks, if they suspect fraud, they can freeze your account. But they're talking about unfreeze Wendy. Yes, yes. Thank you guys. Unfreeze Wendy. Exactly. We're talking about a bank being able to do that, you know? That's crazy to me. And then I'm just worried for Wendy as well too, because they're like, well, damn, Wendy, like, who money are you using right now? I'm hoping, well, she probably does have friends to help her, but I'm all like, hopefully she got friends, family, kicking in, chipping her $1. Wendy, what's your cash app? We'll cash app you $1 right now. Everybody in the chat, we got 70 people watching. We're gonna cash app you $1. At least you'll have $70, Wendy. We just want to, y'all know I'm just joking, but we just want to make sure Wendy is good. And it's so crazy. Because for me, I can separate the person. I know a lot of people are like, this is karma. She's been talking about people for years. She's been this and that. Listen, nobody deserves this. And I think Wendy would even say, like, nobody deserves anything like this. You know what I mean? No matter, what she did. And for me, because I'm a YouTuber, I see things as entertainment. I don't think that in Wendy's life, like in her personal life, I don't think that she's mean or malicious. It's entertainment. It's what people want to watch. It's what people want to see. She's a legend. This is the reason why there are, gossip channels and The whole disc jockey radio thing. She's the reason, especially, thank you, Krista Marie. I appreciate that. And especially, being black in this sector too, as well. Like, she's kind of like the marquee, the goal that we all want to reach. Of course we want to reach Howard Stern, but that's over there. Wendy is kind of like our Howard Stern. So that's the way we see her, and that's where we eventually want to go. But free Wendy, free her money, unfreeze her account. You guys are holding on to millions of dollars. Wendy, definitely don't get you a financial advisor. You might as well just hold on to your own money. Wendy, don't get you a financial advisor. Just hold on to your own money from now on. Do not get you a financial advisor. Don't get you nobody in control of your money. You stay in control of your money. If you spend up all your money, that's it. Now that's on you. But don't get you no financial advisor. Hey, when you feeling sick, don't let them know that you sick, because they taking advantage of that shit now. Don't let them know that you sick. Don't let them know nothing about your life, Wendy, because these people have took advantage of you, and I am sorry that these people have taken advantage of you. I am sorry they took advantage of you. Put her money under the mattress. She gonna have to go old school. I see somebody say that earlier, but she gonna have to go old school and put her money underneath the mattress. All the millions, put it underneath the mattress. I think it's safer underneath your mattress than it is at the bank at this time. Especially with Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo is the devil. Wells Fargo is not a good bank at all. I just seen a lawsuit where it talked about how they were treating people. This ain't no allegedly. You can look up lawsuits Wells Fargo and you'll see a whole bunch of articles. This ain't no allegedly. Remember they were making fake accounts and other people's names and stuff like that? They've been doing a lot of shady shit. Why did nobody not go to jail? Right, Apple, pay damages as well. I hope she gets, first she need to unfreeze her account though. What's up, Sadie? First she just needs to unfreeze her account, be smart about it, then move the shit, then go for damages and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Right, sleep on it, literally. And kind of to answer the thing, because I know we kind of got sidetracked, but the Sherry Shepherd, her taking over the job and then the show turning into her own name, turning into her own show if Wendy doesn't come back and stuff like that. I think at this point, Wendy coming back to TV, now that we know all this stuff going on, that's not even in my thought process. I don't even think that's in Wendy's thought process about coming back. You messing with my money, that changes everything. So I think at this point, Wendy doesn't even care about the whole coming back to the show. She's trying to figure out what the hell is going on with her money. So, like I said, I was all like, cancel the whole show, let Wendy start over fresh from it. We're still going to be waiting for Wendy no matter what. Like I said, I don't know if it's the show producers that are doing something shady, but I think it's better to cut ties with Wells Fargo, your business partners, and everyone else in your life, because they are just leeches. You thought Kevin was the leech? No, you got more leeches than that in your life. And I'm gonna end it on that, y'all. I went ahead and dropped the link if anybody else just wanted to make a comment or anything like that. We'll do a commercial break and then we'll be out, y'all, when I find a commercial. Oh, let me do this one.
Remix. Come on. I know you're not an avatar, but baby girl, you ugly, damn. I know you're not an avatar, but baby girl, you scaring me, Kiana. Yeah, bust a key on her, yeah. Baby girl, you're kinda ugly, yeah. Baby girl, you're related to Freddie, yeah. Baby girl, you give me nightmares.
Yo, I was seeing that whole Trisha Paytas thing. I remember hearing some. Listen, Trisha Paytas, go sit your ass down. We do not want you taking over the show. Let me go ahead and end this before I say something rude, y'all. All right, deuces, love every single one of you. Oh, make sure y'all hit that like button. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the show. I appreciate every single one of you. I'll be back tomorrow, y'all. Don't worry. Deuces.